Hello, and welcome to our channel, Technology Talk. In today's video, we will have a look at Elon Musk's recently developing Starship. Musk has often talked about his dream of building cities on Mars. He believes that the settlements would need large numbers of people to become self-sufficient. Well, if Musk wishes to make his dream come true, he will probably require a vehicle that is up to the task. Talking about Starship, it is a combination of rockets and spaceships that could carry more than 100 people to Mars. The system is designed to be fully reusable, which means that major hardware elements are not discarded overboard or left to burn, as it is done in other launch systems. The combined system is around 120 meters tall and is also known as Starship. At the moment of launch, the Starship will be as expected placed on a rocket called the Super Heavy. Let's take the spaceship first. With its nose and landing fins, the stainless steel vehicle is reminiscent of rockets from the golden age of science fiction. There are 6 highly efficient Raptor engines placed at the rear of the 160 feet long spacecraft. Well, at the time of combustion, the engine will reduces the amount of wasted propellant. The fuel tanks are situated towards the center of the vehicle, which will supply liquid methane, CH4, and liquid oxygen, O2, to the Raptors. Methane will act as fuel, while oxygen will perform as an oxidant for burning fuel. The choice of fuel is unusual for rocket engines, but methane can generate a lot of thrust. It's also a wise choice in light of Musk's plans for Mars. The SpaceX founder has said that methane could be synthesized from groundwater on Mars and from atmospheric carbon dioxide, CO2, through a chemical process known as the Sabatier reaction. Now, refueling the spaceship for the return voyage to Earth using Martian resources would confer a level of self-sufficiency. It will also make the voyages more feasible and profitable. The huge payload compartment, called the upper stage, is situated towards the front side of the spacecraft. The compartment will carry large loads or people to their destinations in deep space. In April 2021, the U.S. Space Agency awarded SpaceX a $2.89 billion contract to convert Starship into a lander capable of carrying astronauts to the lunar surface in this decade. Now, coming back to the rocket, Super Heavy. It is 70 meters long and will be filled with 3,400 tons, 6.8 million pounds of cryogenic, chilled methalox. The rocket will be powered by around 32 Raptor engines, however. The specification might change in future. It is also expected to achieve more than 70 meganewtons of maximum thrust. Musk has made sure that it must lift at least 100 tons of payload, and possibly as much as 150 tons. All these calculated things will ensure that the Super Heavy is more powerful than the immense Saturn V launcher. After its inception from the launch pad, the combined Starship system will begin to tilt towards its intended orbit. However, when the upper stage will separate in space, the Super Heavy will fall down towards the Earth. After falling down, Super Heavy will deploy steel structures called grid fins, shaped like potato waffles, from the sides of the brace. These will help in guiding the rocket level to its launch pad so it can fly again. SpaceX has already done the same thing in the early stages of its Falcon 9 rockets. The company has made them land safely on landing pads and drones after their launch. However, there are some changes in the plans, as SpaceX has now decided to catch the falling booster using an arm on the launch tower. This is the structure that will provide engineers and crew members the access to the spacecraft and rocket while seated on the platform prior to launch. Meanwhile, the spacecraft's upper stage could be placed in a parking orbit after separation, allowing it to be filled with propellant. To refuel, the spaceship would dock with another spacecraft, already in orbit around the Earth, acting solely as a propellant reservoir. For long-range journeys to Mars, which can take up to 9 months, Musk is looking to install about 40 cabs in the payload area. There can be 5 or 6 people seated in a single cabin, but as per our thinking, we can mostly expect to see 2 or 3 people per cabin, and about 100 people in a single flight to Mars. The payload area will also have common areas, storage space, kitchen, and a shelter where people could gather to protect themselves from solar storms. Starship will also participate in NASA's Artemis program, which aims to establish a long-term human presence on the moon. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's star-studded spaceship? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. Thanks for watching.